sir. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. This guy has some Maduro. Little melon liqueur.
It's been a long time since we've been lucky enough to have you on the program. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks. Always fun to be here. How are you?
Help yourself to the complimentary beverage.
Thank you very much.
You know, I saw your...
Speaking of grilling. Speaking of grilling.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
There you go.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Grilling right
yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah, not keeping around.
A lovely assortment of grilled beef. Now, I have a question for you. Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
What do you call that? Is that a hot dog or a weenie?
I think I would call that at home. If it was just me at home, I'd call that. You're looking at a weenie.
That's what I thought. It's a weenie.
What do you call those in your house?
Weenie?
A weenie, exactly.
Wieners. My mother used to make us something called. I have 7. I come from a family of 7, and you know we were poor, but you know we weren't real rich. So my mother used to make us something called wiener stew. I swear to God.
Wait a minute. I must get the recipe.
Well, here it is.
Wiener stew. All right.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Wiener stew. Sure.
You start
okay.
and water.
Sounds like a pricey dish. Oh, and water.
And water.
All right, ketchup,
well, that was the idea.
Yeah.
It's an economic deal.
And
hot water.
Hot water.
You bring that to a nice boil.
So you have 2 kinds of water? Just water and hot water?
You start with it cooling and you bring it to a nice boil.
All right, yeah.
And then you chop up some potatoes, because they're cheap.
Spud.
And then,
I'm going to abbreviate there. Spud.
And then, what do you get? And then
wieners.
Wiener stew and a lot of salt and pepper. And I was such a dope. I love this. I mean,
well, it sounds pretty good.
Well, you're darn right.
Now, was your mom a good cook?
Wiener stew.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, I used to think, you know, it's, what do we have for dinner, Mom? And I'm like, I was a real dope when I was a kid. You know, wiener stew. Wiener stew! Again! I was so
You couldn't get enough of it.
Oh, man. That was wiener stew.
You know, I watched your film this afternoon, Multiplicity.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you one thing. Well, I'll just tell you everything I have comments about the film. All right. First of all, this has got a great cast.
Oh, yeah.
This has got a terrific cast.
Yes, it does.
You have in this movie the guy. I don't care what it is he does. He's always very, very funny. Eugene Levy.
Oh, he's very funny.
He's just very,
funny.
very funny.
And he starts the movie. He's right in the first scene.
But the whole film, I just laughed out loud through the whole damn thing. It's a great piece of work.
Thanks,
very,
man.
very
Thank
funny.
you.
Because you know the concept of the movie is like cloning, right?
Right, exactly.
They can now make like one version of you, or 2 versions of you, or 3 versions of you. And so in the beginning, you think, well, what is this, like a science fiction kind of deal? And the next thing you know, it's very, very funny.
Oh, thanks.
You should be very, very happy.
Coming from you, that's a great compliment.
Well, I appreciate
serious.
that.
It's fun. It's a very funny movie. It really delivers. You know, it's about a guy who's unable to maintain any kind of normalcy in his life because he doesn't have the time.
It's crazy.
His life
is
nuts.
Yeah.
His life is nuts. Did he spill something on that?
he helped with the cue cards.
I'm sorry. So what he he decides he comes up, he meets this man who turns out to be a geneticist, and he has himself cloned, and then he has himself cloned again because he thinks it's going to work. I'm trying to get through this fast because you just got to see it. And then it gets a little worse and a little worse, and the 2 clones have themselves cloned.
They get a clone for themselves.
4 guys.
And there's something wrong with their clone.
Oh, yeah.
There's something really, really wrong.
Yeah, there is.
Because it's described as like Xerox copies.
Bad copy.
You're down a little toner.
Yes, you are.
But I don't want to talk too much about stuff people haven't seen, but the thing that really, really made me laugh, the scene with Lance and Rico. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And you say, I don't know, you must be Lance, and of course it's very, very funny. Do we have a clip of this film? We're going to take. You want to do that now?
Sure.
Would you mind that?
Things are falling apart.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to do it. Things are falling apart.
And so you have enlisted in the Coast Guard.
Yes, I have.
God bless you. All right. We'll take a look here now at a scene from the Michael Keaton motion picture Multiplicity, opening July 17th.
What happened with Laura?
We had a fight.
You had a... What are you even talking to her for?
Complicated. I was pissed off when we were getting fired.
You got fired?
I didn't. He didn't. You know, you've been doing this for 10 years. You can't answer a few simple, basic questions.
Simple question.
Yeah, simple.
Excuse me. It was like being on Jeopardy for crying out loud. They were grilling
If you even knew what you were talking about,
Hey, knock it off.
Puke face.
Very funny. Very entertaining. I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, this is a lot of work. This is an awful lot of work for you, but more food at the wrap party.
Absolutely,
exactly.
more food at the wrap party.
We're going to do a commercial, kids. We'll continue visiting with our good friend Michael Keaton in a second. Come on back.
This summer, make more of yourself.
Doug, your clone.
And get more,
Two. Like I mean 3.
Aye.
and more
I'd like to meet 4.
out of life.
We made a copy of a copy. It's not quite as sharp as the original.
Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton,
What is going on with you?
and Andy McDowell. Multiplicity.
Nobody has sex with my wife but me.
Rated PG-13. At theaters Wednesday, July 17th.
Rust-Oleum, the ultimate defense against weather.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? Oh, yeah.
Combination Racker Collator, your JT 5000 scanner. Whoa! Orlando. Okay, stop the presses. Get Missouri Lottery on the horn. Stop.
Enter the Missouri Lottery's World Tour 96 to win a trip to Walt Disney World Resort.
Usually consult me first.
40 trips for 4 every week for 8 weeks.
Perks of the job.
The Missouri Lottery's World Tour. Enter today.
Like being backstage at a Skinner concert, huh?
Hi, I'm Tony Stubblefield. If you're in the market for a pre-owned car or truck, come to Reliable Toyota. We're Missouri's largest Toyota used car and truck dealer. We got that way by offering huge selections and volume pricing. We have 96 Toyota Camry LE sedans loaded for just $16,884 or 96 Toyota Corollas for $12,396 delivered. Whether it's a program car or quality pre-owned trade-in, come to Reliable Toyota for the best selection, price, and customer service. Reliable Toyota, located at the corner of Sunshine and Highway 65 in Springfield.
Hey, wake up! Get an hour of your recommended daily allowance of news from Color 10 every weekday morning. It all starts at 6 a.m. with a quick Color 10 News Beat update. Then all your world and national news from the CBS Morning News.
Join us at 6:30 for your first look at the Ozarks news.
Plus a complete look at local weather.
Every weekday morning beginning at 6. It's a great way to start your day.
Color 10 News Beat and the CBS Morning News. An hour full of surprises. First thing in the morning. Color 10 in the morning.
Michael Keaton is here. Ving Rhames and Goo Goo Dolls, and you know.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's say I'm grilling this summer.
Yeah,
Let's say I just want to grill.
What do you like? What do you like on the grill?
I like to grill some dairy products.
Dairy products.
Some cheese. I just grill some cheese.
Grilled cheese. Another page from your mom's cookbook.
I just don't know how to do it if I'm busy.
Well, the problem is you're going to burn it. You're going to burn it if you're not careful. Here's what you do to prevent that. Keep an eye on it, Michael.
All right.
Keep an eye on it. Thank me later. Call me.
Keep an eye on.
You know, we here have done some experimentation with cloning ourselves at the Late Show.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. In fact, watch this. This will be good.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of the show.
How's it going, my
good.
man?
How's it going with you? All right.
Hey,
go
Michael.
home. It's Michael.
Keaton, right?
Hey, Dave. Yeah.
Keaton, right?
Yes,
Keaton,
it is.
Keaton,
No,
right?
it's Keaton.
Am I
Yeah.
right?
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's
it. Get out of here.
Hey, Paul, check it out,
Paul,
my man.
don't talk to him.
Get a soda?
No, don't
Hey,
get him a
Paul,
soda.
Get me a soda.
You don't have to get him a soda.
Get me a soda.
Go home.
Stop it.
You're making us sick. I'm sorry you had to see that. Just get out of here.
Hey, I gotta go, Dave.
Goodbye.
Sorry.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
man.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Michael. See you, Dave.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care.
Hurry up. I want a soda.
No, you're not getting a soda. Gee,
Bye.
my God.
Keaton.
Yeah, it's
Right?
Keaton.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
it's Keaton.
Okay, there you go. Now that's comedy.
That's creepy.
Believe me, that's creepy.
That's creepy.
How do you like coming to New York City? Because originally you're from the Steel City. You're from Pittsburgh. You spent a lot of time in Montana and California.
Yeah.
How do you like being in New York City? How do you like getting around? Yeah.
Because I get here fairly often, but I haven't been here for a long time. You know how I got here tonight? I swear to God, that's how I got here tonight. I got a police escort. I was running a little late.
No, you didn't.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you.
Escort?
This limo driver I had is so good. It's unbelievable. Because I really like to walk, especially now, it's because it's so nice. I like to walk through and cut through Central Park.
Yeah.
And, you know where they sell those books outside?
Oh yeah, like on the sidewalk and stuff, you can buy books
Yeah,
and things?
and you always get a deal on those books.
Really?
I'm serious. I'm a sucker for a sale. I picked a book up. There was some kind of coffee table book. It was like a $50 book.
Wow.
I got for...
I'm just trying to help.
No, I'm just trying to help. No, it's good. It's very good. It's working.
I'm talking to a guy in a
book I got
t-shirt
for
worth
like
$80 million. All right.
I got it for like $6.
Really?
I swear to God. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was like, you know, when I got home, and it's like the history of medieval France from like 1200 to 1325 with a foreword by Chuck Norris. So they knocked that price down. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
You're going to knock the price down like that. No, it's not for everybody. It's damn good reading.
So you're walking in the city, you get a police escort. Do you ever drive in this city?
Yeah, and I don't understand. You drive here, right?
Yes.
Well, I don't understand that at all. I mean, I don't understand how you drive. And I like to drive.
Yeah.
I like, but you know, for instance, when I'm coming over here, and these guys are fast. This guy's really fast. You have to kind of cut in front of people, which makes me mad a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what that thing is. I don't know what that thing is. You know, when somebody does something rude to you in traffic, you feel the need to catch up to them. Just get a look at them.
Human nature. You want to look at them.
You want to look at them. And I don't know what you're going to do. When I mean, you're either going to... I literally used to go... I went after a guy one time. He did something really rude. I would not do this unless... You don't do it in L.A. now because usually you're coming down the barrel of a gun.
That's right.
Sure. Do that. So... You pull up next to him and you kind of look in the window. You just want to get a look at what the guy looks like. See if you can assess what it is about this guy that would make him. And sometimes you say, yeah, that's about what I figured. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Or you go up and you say, gee, I would have never picked him up. You know what also is my favorite thing? You ever notice how if you're waiting a parking spot, when you communicate in cars, you know, I don't know why you talk like this in car, but if the guy's pulling out, you say, are you leaving? Are you leaving? And then the other guy said, I'm just going to stay for a second. Then I'm leaving. But then it gets elaborate. I gotta get in and pick up.
All right, I'll tell you what. What are you doing? You want to stay there? Why don't you stay right there? We're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back here, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
It's tough to describe a headache. You just want it gone. But not with aspirin. Advil's a lot gentler to my...
Ahead on the Late Late Show, director John Landis and NPR reporter Noah Adams on learning to play the piano beyond the age of 50.
The fire marshal was on hand for the photo shoot. Now, you know our next guest, Ving Rhames, right?
Yes, I do. He's a good actor.
Have you ever worked with him?
No, we almost worked together once. He auditioned for a movie.
What was the project?
I think it was Ben-Hur. I'm not sure. I think wasn't I in Ben-Hur?
You know, I'm not certain.
It was either
Ben-Hur. Well, check your filmography.
Spartacus. That's what it was. Spartacus. No, it was Gung-Ho. I think he's a real good actor.
Oh, that was a nice movie too.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You've done a lot of nice movies.
Thanks, Dave.
How many films have you made in your life?
I've made 72.
No, you haven't made 72.
I've not made that many.
Well, how do you know when you're done making movies? How many do you want to make?
You mean when the movie's over?
No.
Because I pretty much figured out. I look at the date, time, somebody says wrap, and I go, that's it, right?
You show up for work and the catering trucks are gone. You know the movie is over. All right. Our next guest is a very talented and busy man. He has a recurring role on the hugely popular television program ER, and can be currently seen in Mission Impossible. Man, this guy.
You're damn right. He's working.
Latest film. No, you can stay right there.
I got to get back to the base.
His latest film, Striptease, opens today, ladies and gentlemen. Ving Rhames. Ving, come on. Nice to see you. Pleasure to meet you. And my God, you're like Mr. Big Shot, aren't you?
No, not really, but it's been a very, very good year.
Yes, congratulations. And I think what people know of you or like about you, maybe first and foremost, your work in Pulp Fiction. Do you get a lot of response to that character?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, actually, I guess, you know, when I'm walking down the street, a lot of people come up to me and say, hey, Marcellus Wallace, what's happening? How you doing?
Yeah.
So some people get a little intimidated by me.
Well, see, I would be intimidated by you just because that scene is just intimidating, you know, in and of itself. You know the part I'm talking about.
Yes.
It's not your run-of-the-mill kind of, you don't see that much on the big screen.
Well, I thank God that I'm very secure with my masculinity.
Good for you.
So it allows me to do that. But actually, we were doing that scene, and we had to do it twice. We had to do it one to get the R rating, and so we had to do it the second way.
Just because you enjoyed it.
No, I'm not that kind of guy. Hey, I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah, let's give it another shot.
But so anyway, okay, anyway, we had to do it a way that we were going to show the censors, and we knew we weren't going to use
Oh, I've heard this. So you give them something much more extreme, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Quentin Tarantino is there, and he's saying, okay, Ving, we're not going to see your face in this shot. We need you to pull down your pants and bend over.
So that makes it all right. As long as they don't see your face, then you should be, there you go,
exactly,
yeah.
right.
I don't have a problem with that.
So I said, so you sure they're not going to see my face? He said, no, Ving. I said, okay, makeup, get me Negro base makeup number 3. Right? So I decided to use Quentin as my ass double.
Ass double. Are you familiar with that term, Michael?
Put that Negro base makeup on his behind.
An ass double or a badass double.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I'm just curious what kind of rating you'd get if you were going to pull your pants down and see your face.
Oh, well, then look out. Yeah.
I don't know what
in
you're
Holland,
doing
maybe. In Holland, maybe you'll get.
That's right.
But
They're
not
loose
here.
in Holland.
But now when people see you on the street, by the way, your name is an interesting name. Ving is your first name. What is your middle name?
Ramses.
Ving Rhames.
Rhames.
That's a very lyrical, unusual name, isn't it?
It's Egyptian, means of God, godlike.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Yeah. I try to be anyway.
Yeah, of course you have to be. But Ving is, that's short for something, isn't it?
Yes.
Short for?
I'd rather not say.
Rather not say?
No.
May I guess? Do you mind if I guess?
Go ahead.
All right, I prepared a list of guesses.
Oh, boy.
Right here.
Oh, boy.
The ass double's not the new item at Wendy's, is it? I think the ass double with cheese.
I don't think so.
And a side of slaw with the ass double.
I certainly hope not.
Dave Thomas. There, Dave. Hey, Dave. Good luck with your ass double there, buddy. All right, Ving. Ving is the name you prefer. Now, if this embarrasses you, by all means, you know, punch me. Kelving. Is it short for Kelving?
No.
No? Colving.
No.
Merving?
Close.
Marving.
No.
Neeving. Steving. Vingelbert. It just goes on. And the last one is vinaigrette. I don't know why that is even on there.
Actually, it's Irving.
Irving. Good for you.
But I don't know if I fit that nice, you know, little Jewish boy. I don't think so.
No, you sir, whatever you want, however you want it. And striptease, to me, more than another great role for you, huh?
Yes, a lot of fun working with Andy Bergman and Demi.
Mm-hmm.
And can I ask a favor from your audience?
Sure.
Would you stand up, please, everyone? Please stand up.
Oh, my.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that's all right. No, when I've been walking around New York, and everyone approaches me, and they say, we saw the promos for striptease. Is it showgirls? So when I say striptease, would you please shout out, it's not damn showgirls. Please, ready? Striptease.
It's not damn showgirls.
Thank you.
You're a very effective orator. It's a pleasure meeting you, and congratulations on all of the success. And we'll see you every Thursday night on ER as well.
ER, and I'm coming out in a film directed by John Singleton with John Voight called Rosewood, and I'm working on a film now called Con Air with Nicolas Cage and John Malkovich.
All right, when you're grilling, keep an eye on it. We'll be right back with the Goo Goo Dolls.
about your Carnival cruise?
What do I like best? The service. I love the service.